one. Welcome, 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 one and all. Another episode of the Chef Fit Show with my man, Ben Harris. Ben, what's happening, Chief?
Morning, Mo.
So, Ben is one of the chefs currently in the elite, and he's been with us since January. So this is, Jesus, that's 8 months later. I can remember the phone call. No, it was actually December.
December, just before Christmas. I think it's about 3 days before Christmas Day.
Exactly, yeah, I can remember the
call.
phone. So 9 months nearly at this stage. And basically, Ben has achieved some great things since being with us and is still pushing towards those things. And I think he's overcome a lot of the stories and excuses that a huge amount of chefs have. So that's what we're going to be diving into here. I'm just going to share my iPad over so we can kind of illustrate this a small bit. Just though, like, Ben, take us right back. Before we talk about the results, before we talk about why this thing worked, take us right back to where you were when we had that phone call.
I think it's just before Christmas. I mean, I was a big guy back then.
Where did you start? Where did you start off weight-wise?
I mean, the photo I looked at the other day, I was at probably about 115 kilo. When I had a phone call with you, I was about 95. Not getting out much, eating shit all day long, not getting any sleep. Everything was just a real mess with what I was. I was basically dug myself a hole that I was in myself and I could not move from.
Yeah.
Stuck up against a wall, not being able to do anything about it.
And what was it like? What had led you down that path? Like, what had got, so you went from 115 kilos, so you were very big at one point. That was about 3 years ago. Got down a little bit. What had led you to gain all of that and get to 95?
I think the thing was, it was more about people's comments.
Yeah.
With when I was in the kitchens, I was always picking, eating, drinking.
Right.
Shit-based, sugar. And it was all the comments from everybody else that in the end just took its toll from what it was.
Right, exactly. And where were you at mentally then? Like, your life was just not going the way you wanted it to go at this stage?
No, not at all. Mentally, it was just a mind block. There was no way. There was no sort of clear path to anything. It was just stuck in a rut.
Yeah, totally. 100%, man. Now, that was when we first spoke in December, and I do remember it well. Now, taking that forward, like, this is what it was beforehand. What have we been able to do now? Like, what was the result of you doing Chef Fit?
Now I've got the freedom to do anything. It's all about self-confidence, the change in the attitude, the change in the lifestyle, and it's just changed my life, really.
Yeah,
1,000,000% better from what I was before to now. It's just a different person.
Totally. And you know, having that confidence, having that attitude, and really, in your words, you know, it's changing your life. And you know, you've been such a big part of the group.
I know people say this changed your life. Like, no, but this has really changed the way the perspective on life is completely different to what it is.
Totally. 100%, man. 100%. That's unbelievable. And where are we at right now then? If we started off at 95 kilos, where are we at now?
79.5 I'm at now.
Mad. So 15 to 16 kilos, which is pretty mental.
And you start at 38 waist and now I'm in a 32. Gone from extra large chef's jacket to now I'm trying on smalls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mental. Absolutely mental. And with this, you know, this confidence, this attitude, you know, that the getting yourself into that kind of shape, what are you doing now with your body that you didn't think you were, you know, even capable of, or things that you hadn't thought you'd be able to do?
Well, it's just clothes that actually fit. I always used to be, you know, baggy this, baggy that, hide this, hide that.
Yeah.
But no, you can actually wear stuff that fits you now.
Totally.
Which is, it's something that you never thought you'd be doing when you're sort of big.
And were you big into the gym and stuff like that beforehand, or was it one of those things where fitness was a bit of a grey area for you?
I think it's always the classic, oh, I'll go into the gym, I'll sign up for membership, all that shit.
Yeah.
and it can go once.
Yeah.
And you never ever step foot in that door again, and you've wasted 50 quid on the gym membership for a month.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Mm-hmm.
you think, oh, you're going for one day, one session, you feel absolutely amazing, but you never do it again.
Totally.
There was a lot of that.
Right.
But that, yeah,
And
never ever did that before.
and to take that forward to now, it's like in terms of your exercise and in terms of how you take care of yourself, and I suppose in terms of like the habits that you have, like what do you do now that you weren't doing a year ago?
Oh, it's all about the routine. So you have your 5 days in the gym, you have your day walking, have your day running. You're
Mm-hmm.
just moving every single day like it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You have
Exactly.
you have your food, which is completely set onto the health kick. Yes, you might have your little bit of a cheat here, cheat there,
Totally.
but it doesn't matter because you are eating so well and you're in the gym, you're moving, and you're just consistent in what it is.
Totally. 100%. 100%. And like with those habits in mind, it's like, it's funny when you paint this picture of how far you've come. Like
Yeah.
you've gone from 115 kilos to 95 kilos. And then that 95 kilos is like, fuck, I've got to do something here.
Yeah.
Your life was, it was picking and shit. It was bad nutrition. It wasn't taking care of yourself, not active and really just being reliant on sugar and, I suppose giving in to what other people are saying to you.
Yeah.
And you kind of, you internalize that, and there's no clarity and there's no consistency in your life. And you get to a point where you're not very happy, and you're not, not only are you not happy in yourself, but, you're not confident in what you're doing. You're not, like, it's all very much connected. And I
No,
think
the self-confidence is on the floor.
totally, 100%. Because how you do anything is how you do everything, And I think when you are taking care of yourself and you've pushed yourself on a daily basis, exercise-wise, and you're changing your body and you can see the results, that has a massive impact mentally in how you see yourself. You see yourself as a more successful, driven person as a result of doing that. So like right now, like sky high confidence, much better attitude, and it's like, it's a group there, but really you've gotten it to the point where it's completely changed your life physically and mentally.
Definitely, yeah.
79.5 kilos and a 32-inch waist, and you're confident putting on any piece of clothing. Excellent habits. And it's one of those things where I remember you had a couple of tough months in work where the place had fucking closed down and all of this stuff, and you still kept moving every day. You still kept doing all of these things, which probably never would have happened before,
Oh no, being straight out of that. Straight out of it. Yeah. I
So-
would have been everything finished, give up on everything. But no. With the people around you and stuff like that, it's the people who keep you going, keep you straight.
And with
And
that
it's
in mind,
cool.
then
Yeah.
it's like, what if you think you're achieving that result? Like, the question is here as we dive in, it's like, why did Chef Fit work? Like, why did this work for you? What was the defining factor? What was the thing that kept you pushing forward to get this result and sustain what you're doing?
I've got it. It's a support behind everybody. Everybody is there for everyone. Whether it's the highest highs or lowest lows,
Yeah.
you're around each other and you're just pushing for that next level, next bit of success, next weight loss.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing that keeps you going.
Yeah.
Because if you fail, you fail everybody.
Totally. And that excuse becomes so much harder to make when it's not just you letting yourself down, it's actually everyone around you.
Yeah.
Totally, 100%. It's like, it's that support through everything, and it's the motivation that you get from everyone else, and that basically that competitiveness with stuff.
Oh, definitely, yeah. So if you go a bit quiet, or if you don't go to gym, sort of pull your finger out and get back onto it.
Totally. Being held accountable is a massive part of it. So what do you think in terms of, like, when you look at whether that chef's trying something else or stuff that you tried, like, why do you think they don't work? Why do you think this stuff does work?
I think we've all been there with the, like, fad diets and I'll just go for a run in the evening and stuff like that. But to be fair, it's all a load of bullshit.
Yeah.
When you're in, it's true. You can do like a quick fix diet, but it's never going to help. It's never going to work for you.
Yeah.
It's no. I've been there, done that, and you've seen no results.
Yeah.
But when you're in this, you can see from week to week the actual changes of what you're going through. It's full definition of the body, and it's completely different to anything else.
Totally.
And that's why it works.
Yeah, 100%. I think another part of it that's quite good is and something I see in you, and especially any of the chefs who've been in there a while, it's the progression from day one to day. So like, obviously we have the chef's path, and I've talked about this in podcasts and stuff, but like the chef's path where you literally start at level 1, and not only are you motivated and you're being held accountable and all of those things, and you've got that support, and the tribe is fucking incredible, but it's also your progression within the tribe. You know what I mean? And I think that constant moving up the ladder and making, improvements, whether that's in your body, whether that's in strength, or you're running a faster 5K, whatever it is, there's always another level that we can get to. And I think when you have that system in front of you, you'll push to it. Good shit, bro. Good shit. And we think about, why Chef Fit worked. I suppose the question here is, like, try and put yourself in the shoes of a chef who is maybe a little bit skeptical, or hasn't made the commitment, or is on the fence about making a commitment, and isn't really sure if this is for them or whatever it is. It's like, having gone through what you've gone through and having achieved what you've achieved, what is your advice to them?
I think, saying honestly, before I even made the text to you, I was on the fence.
Yeah.
And it's just one day you just take the plunge, have a chat with you on the phone, and literally just dig deep into what the actual problems are.
Totally.
And it's the best move I think any chef with problems in anything can make. Because you're just there with everybody to support each other. It is what it is. Anybody who's on the fence, you just take the plunge and do it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It is what it is.
Totally. 100%. There is nothing to lose. And
99% of people, you'd be missing out if you didn't.
Yeah. Totally. 100%. So with that in mind, like, Ben, I think your journey is a fucking pretty incredible one, man. I've seen you from day one to right now. Yeah. I've seen the change in you physically. I've seen the change in you mentally. I've seen your habits form over time. I've seen the sacrifices that you made. And I think the last thing that we need to touch on is, this is important for you, because you're someone who, like, again, with all the shit going on and work, like, I want to touch on this one thing. Like, talk to me about the hours that you were doing for the past 6 months, 7 months.
So there was 1 month that I did, I think it was 291 hours in a month.
Wow.
7 days, 7 days, 7 days, 7 days.
Yeah.
You always get home and go, oh no, don't want to do that. But no, you just get up and you just go and do it.
Totally.
People think, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. But every tomorrow is tomorrow again.
Exactly.
You just end up sitting on your ass, doing absolutely nothing, eating shit. And that's not what you've come so far to do.
Yeah. Like, I think you're a prime example of it, and I can remember at the time it was like, you're going to train at 1:30 in the morning or fucking 1 o'clock in the morning, and you're not finishing until that late, and you're getting home, and you're sacrificing a bit of sleep, but it's like, you fucking made the time for it, and you made it.
Yeah.
You really did. You made it happen. And that's a really vital thing to understand. A lot of chefs probably don't think, will be put in your position and don't think it's possible to do what you did. But you did.
They always say, I don't have the hours in the day. Well, yeah, you do. You might lose an hour and a half sleep.
Yeah.
But, I'm still going to the gym at 1:30 in the morning. Doesn't bother me. I'll still get up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But you're still pushing towards that final sort of project.
Yeah. I think having that in mind when you realize that it's like, I'm down here and I want to get up there, it's like, you have to keep your eyes on the prize.
Yeah.
It's very easy to make excuses halfway through what you're doing. But I think you were excellent at going, no, I'm committed to this. I'm going to make it happen. And I just have to keep my eyes up here and keep fucking pushing the thing forward. Giving up was never an option, you know, and that's something I appreciate about you, you know, that you haven't, I've never seen you fall. I've seen you slow down because of circumstances, but I've never seen you falter and stop, you know, and that's.
No, I mean, quite a few times I've probably gone a little bit astray, but
always eventually.
Always come back, yeah.
Exactly. Always
still,
back.
It's still going on sort of in the background. I might not be the most talkative person around, but it's always something being done about it.
Exactly. The work is being done.
Yeah.
Well, listen, hats off to you, Ben. Fair play, bro. It's been incredible to see your journey, and this is probably well overdue doing this with you. And I hope a lot of the chefs who see this take a lot from it, and they understand that the excuses that you have are the ones that you use. You know what I mean? And if you make a choice not to use them and you commit to fucking changing your life long term, you'll do it. You know, You will do it. So again, bro, hats off. Fair play to you. Thanks a million for doing this. Any chefs who are on the fence, take the fucking finger out of your hole, get off,
get it down,
and
get
fucking
it down. Yeah,
as simple as. There's no ifs or buts about it. If you want to change your life, this is the way you fucking do it.
Yeah.
If you don't want to change your life, stay doing what you're doing. But understand that that is the choice that you're making. And if you want to make that fucking choice, go for it. But if you want to make the right choice, you know where to find us. With that in mind, chefs, stay safe. Betty boy, thank you. And have a good day, folks.